Hi, I'm Dave Catalpa, and I'm running for the Assembly in the 113th District. We can't talk in person right now because of the coronavirus pandemic, but we can garage talk. Hi, welcome to episode 2 of Garage Talk. Reopening, it's on everybody's mind, and it's important, obviously, but I think that people are missing the point. The point about reopening is it's not the end of something, it is actually the beginning of something. It's the beginning of doing a lot of things differently. And we need to be creative, inventive, and entrepreneurial in order to help businesses that have been really crushed by this crisis to be able to get back on their feet and be productive. On Friday, I put out a restaurant rescue package, and we're going to talk about that today. All right, but before that, let's have a little background. Number one, that is per capita, the most restaurants in a city, in a state, is in Saratoga. Number one, per capita, highest number of restaurants in the state of New York, Saratoga. 30 to 40%. That is the prediction of restaurant industry experts of how many restaurants will close if we don't get them open in the next 3 to 4 weeks. 50%. That is the number, the occupancy expected when restaurants are allowed to reopen, that they will be allowed to be reopened with a 50% occupancy rate. Now, obviously, we're talking about restaurants that have been closed for months now being able to open at an occupancy that is actually only 50%. That's a real challenge, but we have ways that we can help. All right, so the best way we can help is to get them more seating, right? And so I proposed a plan that would allow local governments to expedite adding outdoor seating by being able to manage permits differently. Now, normally what happens is that requires changes in local planning laws, local zoning laws and whatnot. That can take time. So I'm calling upon the state, either through an executive order or through legislative action, to shorten that period of time to make it so that town people throughout the district, throughout Saratoga and Washington County, can make those changes now to add seating capacity outside without having to go through a lengthy process. Again, at local discretion, working with their businesses. The second way we can do it is through closing streets and state roads. Now you can imagine there are downtowns throughout this district where you have a group of restaurants where if you were to close off that street, you could add capacity and create a modern piazza, for lack of a better phrase. The state should, again, through executive order or through legislative action, provide an expedited authority in order for local officials, again, whether they're in Malta, whether they're in Saratoga, whether they're in Cambridge, whether they're in Greenwich, wherever folks want to do that, to be able to create a public space where dining would work and you could have additional outdoor tables. That's the goal. Number 3, if you're going to do that, you're going to need to have local management of the open container law. The state's been great about providing restaurants the ability to do takeout drinks. I think we just need to expand that more. And again, through an executive order or through legislative action, give that authority now, today. As the warm weather is approaching, these things need to happen. 2 other things that I want to mention. Number 1, takeout service. Obviously been critical to many restaurants and helping them to make revenues while this has been going on. Let's lift the taxes for a period of time on livery drivers, whether they be Uber drivers, delivery drivers, however that food is getting from A to B. Let's make that more affordable, number 1, so that people go into it, because there's a ton of people unemployed who would benefit from being able to do some gig work and be able to do that. And 2, so that we can lower the cost to the consumers who are also struggling. Number 5, look, I pick up a lot of takeout from restaurants. Sometimes it doesn't make it home because it can't stay hot. The styrofoam ban has impacted businesses who have not chosen to use it, or it's not available to them. I think we need to suspend that through 2021 so that businesses know that it's available to them. 2 other things. One is that restaurants are going to need access to PPE. They're going to need access to masks. It's expensive to buy them and it's hard to get them in small quantities. What we did in Oneida County was we did a consortium between the government and private business so that we were able to use our buying power, buying hundreds of thousands of masks, to be able to work with small businesses and lower the cost per unit overall. And I recommend to local governments in this area, in Saratoga, Washington County, to do that local buying consortium. It'll lower the cost and make it available to restaurants. Finally, look, you can't imagine, Saratoga is not going to be a normal Saratoga Saturday night. It's not going to be like that anywhere. However, what we need to do is be able to have some level of control over who's coming when and maximize tables so that restaurants can make money. That's why I'm recommending that folks adopt a reservation system. That way you can maximize the tables when people are coming in, when they're coming out, but also, and just as importantly, if there is an outbreak of COVID-19, we will know who was at what restaurant when, so we're able to track them down, be able to contain the spread, and keep our businesses open. And that's what we got to do. That's another one in the books. Be well. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. If you like it on your social media channel. And please share it with your friends and let's start a dialogue. From Penny and I, we will see you soon. Be safe. Thanks.